Last week's special episode saw me score my first ever 50. It was in vain, however, as we lost with 11 balls to spare. This week we are at home to Beaminster 2s, so let's see what happens this week in the diary of a captain. As I say, last week was a very, very close affair indeed. We couldn't quite get the wickets to win in the end, with Lidford making it home in 11 balls to spare. Some, after a breakup tend to have a hot girl summer. I'm going for a bold Ches summer, so we are back, we are shiny, new aerodynamics, and a lot of sun cream, I think, is going to be needed. However, as I say, this is the team this afternoon. We've got a couple of last-minute changes due to illness and injury. So Adam has dropped out. Tom Clothier has dropped out this morning as well. So we've got Will and Carl stepping up into the breach. Let's see the pitch and have a look, see what we're dealing with this afternoon. So here's the pitch for this week. Looks the same as most weeks, to be fair. Nothing jumping out as being scary. Doesn't look like it'll be a road as such, although it has been dry again this week. There are a couple of little bits to certainly keep your eye on. But on the whole, it's not too green, and hopefully there won't be too many bugbears. But as we all know, you can want to do something. The opposition captain wins the toss, and everything you plan can go out the window. Anyway, we'll wait for everyone else to arrive. I was late, because I left my whites at home and had to go back and get them, but there are only 2 other people here so far. Anyway, one thing I will say as well, just before we start cutting into the nitty-gritty of the match, due to outside cricket things, you will have noticed that the upload schedule has been a little bit all over the place. You'll be delighted to know that from this video forward, everything else will be going up on a Wednesday rather than a Friday, a Saturday, a Tuesday morning, God knows. So we shall be back to normal very, very soon. Let's get down to the... Unfortunately, I lost the toss and we are bowling first. Not really what I wanted to do, but that is the joys of cricket. Anyway, let's get kitted up, see whether I can be bothered opening the bowling, and try and take some poles. I did in fact decide to open the bowling, as I often do, coming up the hill. Let's see how my first spell goes. Nothing of note really happened in the rest of my over, so we now cut to Matt coming down the hill, currently in a fine vein of form both with bat and ball. Can he carry it on? After those 3 overs, I decided to take myself off because I felt something go all at the same time in my back, my knee and my hip. I'm not sure whether I just landed awkwardly or what, but something didn't feel right. So I saw the over through, took myself off. And for that reason, I'm going to bring on Guy to replace me coming up the hill. When I took over as captain at the start of the season, I decided to implement some fielding training, which, as you can tell, Still needs a little bit of work. Sorry, Matt. When I say that as a club we need to improve our fielding, it doesn't apply to everyone. Even if I do say so myself. Lead from the front, that's exactly what I say. There's me taking a smart catch at the end of Guy's first over to dismiss Beaminster's opening batsman. And as you can tell, my celebrations were rather muted. Either way, that is exactly the breakthrough we needed to really kickstart our push in this game. After the end of Matt's fourth over, I decided to give him a break and replace him with Tom Barker to come down the hill instead. I'm not sure if it's an unwritten rule in cricket, but I feel like anyone who is related to another player on the pitch, they never ever take a catch off their bowling. That could have been a very awkward car journey home between the Barkers. We fast forward now to the 18th over of the game. Guy's just finished his fourth in his spell, and Tom Barker is still going strong. Another wicket gone. First of the game for Tom Barker. Can we bowl out Beaminster? Our chances of doing so vastly increase the moment that Rob Barker comes into the game and it's gently prodded to backward point. I decide to swap Tom out for Matt to see whether pace on versus Rob's pace off will work. Yeah, there we are. It's nice when a bowling change works first ball, isn't it? We fast forward now to the final 10 or so overs of the game. I bring myself back on to bowl spin, seeing how well Rob was restricting the run rate at his end. The ball certainly seemed, or the pitch rather, certainly seemed to be favouring spin. I didn't get off to the best of starts, so as you can tell. It is always quite funny how a group of men just erupt with noise the moment you hear a ball hit a pad and then immediately stop at the shake of the umpire's head. The rejected LBW appeal didn't matter in the end though, as Rob takes a wicket with his very next ball. After Rob finished his 8-over spell, I bring on George Hodnott to bowl at the death, and it's very nearly a perfect start. A day for smart catches, it seems. Beaminster bowled out for 154 with 3.5 overs to go. Could be an interesting chase, 155, but let's see how we get on and whether we can chase it down and get back to winning ways. After a very close run-out decision was given against Poole and Guy being bumped up the order to 3, didn't quite pan out in the end, you join me coming out to the crease. wait on. No, wait on. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. You're cool. No, wait on. No, wait on. Yeah, go on. Easy one. No rush. Wait on. Yeah, go on. You're cool. Yeah, I'm coming back. Go on, Ed. Nah, no run. Yeah, go on. No run. No run. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. One there. Yeah, go on. One there. Just the one. No run. No. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, go on. You're cool. Yeah, go on. One there. Yeah, go on. Two there. No, there's not. No, there's not. No, there's not. Yeah, go on. No, wait on. Wait on.
What we can say is the worst thing that happened that innings was, funnily enough, getting to 50. It just seemed to bring about a complete head loss from myself, and I couldn't get bat on ball, really, for love nor money. Whether it was mental fatigue, whether it was down to the ball still doing a bit and I wasn't picking it, who knows. Either way, back-to-back 50s, I can't complain. And it puts the team in a great
after I
position.
got out, we couldn't film any more of that innings as my phone, well, even now, is only on 3%. So we didn't see what happened, but I'm pleased to say that with 2 balls to spare, we made it home. Hell of a day. I thought we were going to end up finishing off second best, but Carl, with an innings we would only expect from Carl, 6 first ball, another 6, a 4, and then some very smart running with him and Tom Barker saw us home in the end. So there we are. We have tied our record number of wins in a season. I've had my second 50, albeit 50 and out. But there we go. Anyway, pleasure as always. This video will be going up on the Wednesday, as I say. So, yeah, I will see you next time out.